Hey, what's up YouTube fam? Brandon Weaver here once again. Today we've got an interesting concept. Collections not on the report. They're being forgiven, deleted, gone forever, or are you gonna have to dispute them and take care of them like other collections? This is a very challenging, interesting question. So let's get into it. Prince Davis asks, quick question. I have an account that I've just received a collection letter for that is not reported to my credit. I'm sure this has happened to some of you out there and you have the same question. I've been getting this question wondering if it will be reported, if they should be disputed. What do I do, Brandon? Okay? Should I pay the account in full, which I can afford in this situation? Prince Davis says this collection is really not that big of a deal as far as paying. Or will it still be reported to my credit? Therefore, should I not pay and just be prepared to dispute? So this is great. There's a few different scenarios that could happen, which I'll run you through, and maybe what you're going through right now, the credit report doesn't have the collection on it, but you're still concerned about it reporting. You're not sure what to do. This is some scenarios. First, Prince says that he can, and I'm assuming Prince Davis is a man, and Prince, right? Is a man. He can go ahead and pay it, is what he's saying. Now, I don't know if that's 50 bucks for him or 500 bucks for him or 50 bucks for you, 100, 500 bucks or what the price is. So your financial situation is yours and I'm not gonna tell you to pay or not to pay. But the scenario is, if you pay, make sure that you get something in writing or they tell you and you mark the name down, you know, it's Representative Smith, so-and-so at such and such a collection said it will not report. I have done the same thing. I've called when I get a bill in the mail for something that I did not anticipate. And maybe some medical, some doc I went and saw, and I didn't realize that I was gonna get a bill afterwards. I thought it was all settled up. And I call and I say, hey, you know, what is this? What's going on? Am I in collections? Am I not? No, you're not gonna send me to collections, are you? It's the same thing. Are you gonna send this to the credit bureaus or not? It's not reporting right now. I don't want it reported. This is one of the reasons why I'm paying. Yeah, and so if they falsify that and they say, no, we're not gonna report, and you pay, and that was one of the contingencies for you paying, that's what made you feel okay to pay. So if they violate that, they're violating your rights. You can complain to the CFPB, you can take them to court. They don't wanna go through that pain of doing all that because you already paid, yeah? Now, the chances of you paying and it not going to your report are pretty good, okay? I'm not gonna say they're not gonna play games and they're not gonna try and be nasty, but for the most part, once they get their money, they have little reason to want to report. Now, let's say they do report and you've got what I said in writing, you can send that into the bureaus, you can complain to the CFPB. If you don't necessarily have that in writing, but you have put down, okay, they said they weren't going to, but they didn't give me anything in writing that said they weren't gonna report, again, you can complain and you can dispute. If it shows up on your reports, you can dispute that sucker. Dispute. So, be prepared to dispute if you need to, but hey, if you can pay and you can afford it and it's not gonna affect your day-to-day and it doesn't bother you, that's so be it. And again, if you don't wanna pay, now I'm only saying you can pay because you're saying, oh, I can afford it and what do I do in this scenario? Let's talk about what other scenario you have. And what I would say you can do is you can dispute it right now with collection validation letters. You can see what happens and if they have a contract. You can see if they go away. You might be able to send a validation letter to them. They might send you a letter back saying, you're right, we're gonna stop all collection activity. We don't have anything for you, right? So you don't necessarily have to pay. That was just kind of, wanted to address that for you. You don't necessarily have to pay. You could, if you want to make it, I don't know if it's 50 bucks, again, I don't know if it's 50 bucks or 500 bucks or whatever, but you send the validation letter, they don't come back with contract, they could say, hey, we're not going to pursue anything, we're not going to put on your report, right? It's possible. It's very possible. And if it shows up in your report, 609 credit repair letters, you could send those in as well, all right? And it's your option, sir. I'm not going to tell you which way or that, but the most important thing is that you get your credit repaired and protect your credit. Yes, whatever it is that you're trying to go after, your house, your car, whatever it is, you can do it. You have a plethora of options to you right here on this video. If this video helped you out, please give a thumbs up. And if you need those letters, 609creditrepair.com, or we can do the work for you at theawesomelifegroup.com. I am so excited for these live streams. Hit that bell for notifications so when we go live on the weekends. And until I see you in person, I will see you on the other side. Take care.